Hello, in this video we will be going over the TAKGM network configuration for collaborators. If you are not a collaborator or you are using a packaged version of this project, then you will want to configure your network settings in the options menu of TAKGM. So I have the Unreal Editor opened and currently I have the persistent level loaded. You can see what levels are loaded by going here, and you'll see that I just have the persistent level loaded. That is where our network actors are located, and specifically we have the BP UDP receiver and the BP UDP sender. So for the UDP receiver, there are a few settings that we need to ensure are correct. So the IP address should be set to the default route, and you can choose any port number for the port. You'll just have to make sure that the inputs of TAK users is the same port as the one listed here. You'll also want to leave these two alone. If they are not there for whatever reason, you're just going to want to add a reference to the cesium georeference that is in the scene. And we will also need for the UDP sender a reference to, for the UDP receiver we will need a reference to the UDP sender. And that is because the UDP receiver will relay all incoming COT messages and propagate them to the rest of the network. Okay, so that is all for the BP UDP receiver. Now we're going to go to the BP UDP sender. And the settings here, we have a broadcast wait time. So this is the number of seconds in between broadcasts. So every 5 seconds here, the UDP sender will broadcast a COT message for each COT entity, each actor in the level which will send COT. For the IP address, you're going to want the subnet of the network, and then you're just going to want to put 255 for the remainder of the bytes. If you're wondering where you can find the subnet of your network, you can go inside zero tier, click on the network that you are inside, and then you can see the subnet and the IPv4 auto assign. So here I have the 10.244, which is why for the IP I put 10.244.255.255. The port number will have to be different from the port number used for the UDP receiver, and this port number must match the output port number of TAK users. So for your TAK users, they'll go to manage outputs and they'll put the IP address and then this port for the output. You can print all messages to the screen if you'd like. We have it defaults to just printing to the log, and this will also need a reference to the cesium georeference. So that is all the network configuration that you'll have to do for TAKGM as the TAKGM operator, and you'll be ready to go.